Yeah, very, very good feeling around the possible transfer of Benjamin Sesko to Arsenal. As we have revealed, there was also a meeting between Marcel Schäfer and Andrea Berta in London. There were ongoing talks in the last couple of 48 hours. As I said, very, very positive feeling, but still no full agreement between Sesko and Arsenal yet. But there were crucial developments about the personal terms starting from Friday. We expect more rounds of negotiations in the next couple of days, and RB Leipzig expecting the first offer from Arsenal also next week. And as we also have reported in our transfer update broadcast on Friday, we cannot speak about an 80 million release clause because these are free negotiations right now. A very, very complicated release clause, and the clubs have to find an agreement between 80 and 100 million euro for Sesko. RB Leipzig very open to sell him. It's a very good atmosphere, positive atmosphere. The player is very respectful towards all the parties involved. I'm totally convinced that Sesko will play for Arsenal in the next season.
What about Morgan Rogers of Aston Villa? I spoke about this one a couple of days ago, and there's still a lot of talk persisting around Morgan Rogers and his links to Arsenal. Watched him play yesterday for England, one of the better players in a really poor performance. The Times claim that Arsenal would be willing to offer a significant fee to buy him from Aston Villa. A really talented player. Remember, Aston Villa only paid £50 million to buy him from Middlesbrough in 2023. He'd be worth significantly more than that right now. The big problem for Aston Villa, and why this is not, completely off the cards, even though he's one of their best players at the moment, is that they didn't make the Champions League. And that's big for them. Not making the Champions League puts them at serious risk of the profit and sustainability rules. They made one of the biggest losses of any club last season and the season before. They're right on the edge of the PSR rules. That's why they're struggling, for instance, to get the Marcus Rashford deal done. And it may be that they're going to have to sell one of these big names to keep them within those spending rules. Not making the Champions League was big for Aston Villa and really does have a big effect on how they spend this summer.
Arsenal are on the move for Benjamin Sesko, reportedly working on a £70 million deal. So here's 5 stats about the player that will shock you. Starting off with his NBA heritage, having played basketball to the age of 16, being 6'5" was a blessing in the first place. But watch this video of Sesko at 14 leaping so high that his feet are touching the rim, and you'll realise this guy is a physical freak. At number 2, you have to talk about his insane goal-scoring numbers. With 100 professional goals at just 21 years of age. At just 20, he became the youngest ever Bundesliga player to score in 7 consecutive games. At number 3, we have to talk about his elite ball striking. After unleashing a thunderbolt against Werder Bremen last season, a shot that clocked in at an insane 126 kilometers an hour. The 4th fastest shot in Bundesliga history. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, dare I say, who at number 4 is Sesko's confirmed idol. With a similar build and a similar game, Sesko completed a whopping 38 dribbles last year in the Bundesliga, which was actually 5 more than a very tricky Xavi Simons. And at number 5, we have to talk about his insane speed. Clocking in a speed of 36 kilometers an hour in April 2024, a top speed near identical to Kylian Mbappe. So now you understand why